As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. But at what point are you gonna resolve the resentment? At some point, you need to be the one going through something.
Objective, independent justice.
You can always turn your life around. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Samantha Neiman is suing her roommate, Avery Masters, in the amount of $4,150. Ms. Neiman claims her kitten ate a life-threatening item and says Ms. Masters is to blame for leaving her bedroom door open.
Ms. Neiman, you're suing Ms. Masters for $4,150, which represents veterinary bills for your cat. Is that right?
I am. That's correct.
Okay. And what's your relationship with the defendant?
We're roommates.
You're roommates. Were you friends before you were roommates? Or?
Yes, we went to college together.
Okay. So how long have you known each other, ma'am?
We've known each other for about 4 years, Your Honor.
Okay. So when did you move in together?
At the beginning of January, when we moved to California.
Oh, so it's just the two of you?
No, we have a third roommate,
So it's three of y'all in a room. And how much you paying?
I pay $1,200 a month.
Okay, you were all paying $1,200?
Our other roommate's paying a little bit more because she has her private bathroom, but
Okay.
I pay the same as Samantha.
Okay, so you share a bathroom?
We
Yes.
do, yes.
Okay, I read your pleadings. It's a Jack and Jill bathroom between both rooms?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about this cat.
So my cat Gilbert is a very new kitten, less than a year old, very playful. I actually brought in some video evidence if you would like to get acquainted with how playful
Well,
Gilbert
I like
can
cats,
be.
so let me see him. Oh, cute. Adorable.
Yeah.
Before you got the cat, did you talk to your roommates about this?
I mentioned that I plan to do it.
Right.
And because I
Did
do
y'all
work from-
agree that it's okay for an animal to come into the home?
I was fine with it, but however, I did tell her I was not in no place to own anything at the moment, because you know it's another life.
Right.
But
That you weren't going to be responsible for the cat.
Exactly.
But you had no problem with a roommate bringing a cat into your home.
Yes, because she said that it was going to be fully her responsibility. That it was going to be
Okay.
her cat, not our cat.
Okay. So we bring him in. What's his name?
Gilbert.
Gilbert. You bring Gilbert in, and then what happened?
Well, I brought Gilbert in, and Gilbert is a very new kitten, and so
Right.
he is a little bit spunky and eats stuff that he's not supposed to
Right,
sometimes.
right.
And so
Was he eating things that he wasn't supposed to eat?
he was.
I've never seen a cat do that. Like what? What was he eating?
There was an incident where he accidentally swallowed a hair tie a few months ago before this incident that brought us here
Right.
today.
You mean like a rubber band for your hair?
Yeah, one of
Okay.
those elastic hair ties
Okay,
you used to
all right.
put your hair in a ponytail, and that was one
How
of,
did that happen?
Well, it was one of Avery's hair ties, and
Right.
she left them out one day, and I didn't blame her for this because this is the first time something like that happened. He was a new
Okay.
kitten, and I knew it was an honest mistake.
Right.
But that happened, and,
And
I had to
he
bring-
swallowed the
He
hair
did,
tie?
yes.
Where was the hair tie?
It was in her room on the floor.
Okay. So so this cat, Gilbert, gets to go anywhere he wants to go?
Well, after that incident, we came to an agreement that
Right.
we would leave our bedroom doors shut during the day,
right.
so that Gilbert can't accidentally access
So
anywhere
you
he's
mean
not
shut,
supposed
and
to.
Gilbert is shut into your room?
Yes.
Where
Well,
is Gilbert's litter box?
Gilbert's litter box is in my room. So
Okay.
at night, I shut him in my room, but during the day,
Right.
I let him out so he has the whole house while I'm working because I work
Right.
from home. And the
Okay.
other doors to the bedrooms are supposed to be shut so he can't accidentally get in
So during
there.
the day when he's roaming around the house, you're there in the house?
Yes.
Okay. So the day of this incident, what happened?
As per our agreement, I thought all the bedroom doors were shut during the day, but Avery had left her door open.
But you're there all day.
Yes,
So
but
you
I'm working. I'm
I
at my
understand. No,
desktop.
you working from
Yeah.
home, okay? So that means that you could go. That's why you let him run around
Mm-hmm.
because you're there. It seems to me that you would make sure that those doors are closed.
Well, I thought it was the case,
But you didn't go check.
well, in the morning before she left, I
Right.
thought it was the case. I wake up before everybody else, but then
Right.
I've I was in constant meetings all day.
Right.
And we have that roommate trust where if we come to an agreement,
Right.
I trust that she's going to hold up her end of the agreement.
Right. To
and when
remember
she
to keep
leaves,
your door
shut her door
closed?
behind her.
Yeah, to keep
I even
your
put
door
up
closed.
signs after
Okay.
we had this agreement.
You put up
to
a
remind,
sign?
To remind guests, because sometimes guests come over, they forget, and so I have
So
to be sure to
everybody has to
remind
be on the
everyone.
lookout for this cat all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
He's not even paying any rent.
I feel
He's not. and my thing is, it's just that, you know, especially since you're home all the time, I understand. Like, you know, for the most part, I do try to, you know, close my door. I
Right.
especially keep the bathroom door closed
Right,
because I
right.
understand that, I guess, like, after the incident, like, it can eat anything, I guess.
right.
So I try to keep the door, you know, the bathroom door closed at least. But
Right.
sometimes when you know, you get it. We rush to work sometimes and we forget. We're human. It's natural. You know, but at the end of the day, she is home all day. It is her cat. It is her responsibility.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
I can't take on all of the burden of making sure everything
You have
is
to
in
take on the
perfect all
burden
the
when
time.
it's your cat in your care. It's like having a 2-year-old. It's like having a child. Yes, you do.
And later,
You were there watching this design take place, right?
I was not, Your Honor. I fell asleep. I actually woke up and I went to my wedding 2 hours later, Your Honor.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Samantha Neiman, who is suing Avery Masters for veterinary bills.
So what happened this day?
Unfortunately, I don't live alone,
Right.
and I can't take on all of the burden of making sure everything
You
is
have to
in
take on the
perfect all
burden
the
when
time.
it's your cat in your care. It's like having a 2-year-old. It's like having a child. Yes, you do. Before you get on and you sign in the Zoom in the morning, you walk around with your cup of coffee or whatever, and you go and you check and make sure all those doors are closed. You go and you look on the floor and see that anybody drop in. I could drop something out of my pocketbook on my way out the door.
Where we were at when this happened, we had come to an agreement that we were both going to step in by her closing the door. And so
Right.
I was operating under the expectation
Right.
that she would follow the agreement that
Right.
we came to.
Right.
And so that's why that one instance of her not closing the door,
If
I
she
didn't
kept
expect
like
that to happen.
illegal drugs in her room, right? You had a little child, like a 2-year-old, but she promised you that she's always gonna keep that door closed so your child never gets into her stash. You're gonna make sure that door is closed and your child doesn't get there. You're not gonna rely on what she says.
Well,
So what happened to Gilbert this time?
what happened to Gilbert was that he got into the bathroom and he swallowed a tampon that was left.
The bathroom that we both share.
Yes, the bathroom from Avery's room. It was
Right.
from her side.
Right. He went in through her room and then into the bathroom.
And into the bathroom, and he swallowed a tampon that was
Right.
left out on the floor.
How'd you figure that out?
Well, I took him to the vet because...
No. You remember you went in you've been in meetings all day long. You're so busy you didn't even check. When did you realize there was a problem with Gilbert?
Well, later that day, he was acting very weird.
Right.
He wasn't eating.
Right.
He was kind of stiff on the floor.
Right.
Like, you can tell when your cat, there's something off about them. And so I panicked because I knew what happened before with
Right.
the hair
About what
tie
time of day
incident.
and night was this?
This was early evening.
Okay. You still at work or we off work?
Well, it's the end of the day slump where I don't have that many tasks.
Okay,
And
all
so I'm
right.
technically still at work, but I'm not
Right.
doing much.
So you noticed that he was acting strange, and then you took him to the vet?
I took him to the vet.
Okay.
Yes. And they did an x-ray and they saw that
you
the
have the
tampon-
x-rays?
No, but I do have my bill from the vet.
Okay, let me see the bill. And why do you think that Ms. Masters is responsible for this?
She violated our agreement, putting my cat in danger, putting him in a potentially life-threatening situation,
Right.
causing him to get surgery that cost me that amount because of
Right.
carelessness that shouldn't have happened based
Right.
on discussions we had in the past.
Right.
Your Honor, if I can say something. Well, what I think happened is that we had guests over earlier during the day, like around early evening.
No, she said you went to work and she was there working all day.
Oh, yeah, but
Oh, you're talking about the day before, the night
Yes, ma'am.
before?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So y'all had guests over there the night before?
Yes.
A few.
Okay, a few people. How many people were over there?
Like 4.
She had more than me.
Okay. And so where was Gilbert when y'all had guests in the house?
Gilbert was trapped in my room.
Okay, so you
because I
had
don't
him in
want
the room that
interfering
time.
with anyone.
Okay, so
Well, so she says. Because
did you see Gilbert when everybody was there that night?
Yes, I
Where
saw
did
him.
you see Gilbert?
I saw him roaming around being a little sneaky in the living room, going towards my room.
Okay, so you saw Gilbert out of her room.
Yeah.
Did you forget to close that door? Did you forget to close your door?
No, but if Gilbert is standing behind the door meowing, I'm going to let him out for a few minutes.
Oh, okay,
just
so now Gilbert was out of your room then?
Just for a little bit.
Okay, so you saw Gilbert out, and then what happened?
Well, sometimes when guests come over, I do see that they sometimes forget to close the door,
So the guests have to go through either her room or your room to get to that bathroom?
Well, most of them go through my room because of the, they don't really like going through her room because of the litter box.
Right,
So they like to go through my room and go through.
So it's even a public bathroom.
Yeah.
The bathroom is really the public, the guest bathroom, right?
Well, it's not public. These are our friends.
Well, I'm saying it's not just a private bathroom between you two.
Exactly.
There are guests who come there to get to you, and then your third roommate, she gets guests too, right?
Yeah.
Well,
And
she
when
has
they
her
come,
own bathroom.
Well, so when her guests come, they use her bathroom. Is that the agreement?
Yes.
But your guests use your bathroom.
Yes.
Okay, so you're saying what? That one of the guests did what?
Well, I'm assuming, one of the guests, because, I keep like a little basket of like, essentials
Right.
because, we're women.
Right.
We can't be rummaging under the sink to get something. So
yeah, women do that though, but yes.
Exactly. So I had I have a little basket right next to the bathroom, and when we got Gilbert, I got like a little stand to put it right next to it.
Right.
And what I think happened is maybe someone used something, and probably one of like the clean ones dropped on the floor.
And we don't even know when Gilbert took this thing in.
Exactly.
Gilbert could have taken this thing in the night before. We have no idea, right?
Exactly.
Do you have the vet here to tell me anything about when Gilbert probably swallowed this thing?
No.
Okay, well, Gilbert is your cat. Just like if it was your child. Gilbert is your cat. You're responsible for Gilbert. You need to keep Gilbert in your room, feed him in your room, let him use his litter box in your room, because that's all you're really paying for is your room.
Well, Your Honor, I understand that moving forward. I was just operating under the agreement that we had already agreed to.
You don't have an agreement like that. You don't have anything in agreement. You don't have anything legally binding to hold her to. I'm ready to rule. Judgment for the defendant. Good luck to you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
It pains me that an act of carelessness could lead to a situation where my cat is put in a life-threatening situation.
I'm just glad that I was able to get some type of justice, because even though I've never owned a type of pet, I would never intentionally harm another life like that.
Coming up.
For my honeymoon, I had to wear socks and gloves on the beach of Hawaii.
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Nimel Kotari is suing henna artist Monica Batista in the amount of $800. Ms. Kotari claims the defendant drew strange henna designs on her hands and feet and says it ruined her wedding and honeymoon.
All right, Ms. Kotari, you are suing Ms. Batista for $800, representing money you paid her for henna designs?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so tell me about these henna designs, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor. So the designs that I make are a natural Indian traditional design made for brides that are hands and feet.
Okay, so are there some traditional designs that most brides get the same thing, or does it vary bride by bride?
There are some brides, and some of my clients are celebrities and other clients that do want to get some henna and traditional and modern designs.
Okay, so tell me, how did you find the defendant?
Well, Your Honor, I had a friend about a year ago. She had her wedding, and she did her art. She did Mehndi art on her, traditional.
Okay.
The way it's supposed to be in our culture.
Okay, so you were getting married?
Yes, I got married about 2 months ago.
Okay, so what was the discussion you had with the defendant?
Well, I contacted the defendant, and I told her I wanted some traditional Mehndi art. And I wanted it to have an original touch, so I could call it my own.
So, well, then what was your understanding about what you were going to give her?
Your Honor, what we have discussed is that she wanted a modern kind of astrology design.
Astrology? Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I told her I wanted traditional, and I wanted a modern touch.
Okay.
That was original.
Coming up.
You were there watching this design take place, right?
I was not, Your Honor. I fell asleep. I actually woke up and I went to my wedding 2 hours later, Your Honor.
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Nimel Kotari, who is suing Monica Batista for negligence.
What is traditional?
A traditional, well, I have some evidence to present if you don't mind.
Okay, what is it you want to show me? No, give it to the bailiff, but what is it? Tell me what it is as he's passing it to me.
It is pictures of the traditional Mehndi that she did on my friend, Tina.
What else am I looking at?
You're also looking at the henna that she did on me.
All right, so you ended up going to the shop to get your design, and this is what happened. Let me ask this question. Why is this on the back of your hand and this is on the front of her hand? Does it make a difference?
Yes, it does.
Okay, what's the difference?
The difference is it's supposed to wrap your hands and your feet. That is a tradition.
It's supposed to go around both the front and the back of the hand?
Yes, as well as the feet.
Okay, so did she do the front of your hand?
No, she didn't.
Or your feet?
She did the same design on my feet. She did the same design on my hands, on my feet.
Okay, so but you were there watching this design take place, right?
I was not, Your Honor. I fell asleep. I was so tired and exhausted.
You woke up to go home, though.
Exactly.
And when you woke up, you looked at your hands.
I actually woke up and I went to my wedding 2 hours later, Your
How
Honor.
long does this stuff stay on your hands?
For the natural Mehndi that I made, the design for her friend, it should leave for about 24 hours.
Okay, so this is 24 hours. Mm-hmm. Is that yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and this, what type of henna did you use for this?
It's a black henna.
What's the
Your Honor.
difference between the two?
Your Honor, I gave her the black because it's a fast drying, because if I gave her the natural Mehndi, it would leave, you have to leave it for 24 hours, and the black henna,
right,
you can only last it for a few hours, which is, it took me 4 hours to make her design.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
So did you tell her, the defendant, that you wanted a fast-drying henna?
I did tell her.
Okay. And did she explain to you that the one your friend had was not fast-drying and you would need the darker one for it to be fast-drying?
Yes, she did, Your Honor.
You knew that too? Okay.
Yes.
So why are we here?
The Mehndi that she gave me, she told me to stay out of the sun, to take care of it.
Right.
And for my honeymoon, I had to wear socks and gloves on the beach of Hawaii.
Right. So
and
why did she have to wear socks and gloves?
If you don't keep the Mehndi out of the sun or the henna, it will stain in your hands and feet, and that's what happened for her.
Oh, it stayed on her hands. Is it still on there now?
No, it's not.
Okay. How long was it on your hands?
It was on over a month after my honeymoon.
Why you would wait till 2 hours before your wedding and fall asleep while something like this is going on, I have no idea why you would have done that. You wanted quick drying henna, she gave it to you. That same quick drying henna requires that you not be in the sun, even though you knew you were going to Hawaii for your wedding. Judgment for the defendant. Good luck to you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
Be careful who you hire for your wedding, because it will ruin your day.
If ever you do get Mehndi designs, be very careful of the kind of designs that you want. You have to specify it so that you don't have clients like I had.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.